ask this question, Guruji, that in today's day and age, like you said, while the nation is a practical necessity, it appears to me that we as a nation are unable to find a cohesive narrative that can bind us together. Because when we look around, most other nations, you take Japan or China or US or anyone for that matter, you take the religious identity also. Many religions have some kind of a defined identity. We sometimes, because we are so broad and abstract, I think the common men either get confused or get carried away by different versions of that identity, and therefore a common narrative doesn't emerge. So I think I'm also coming from that perspective on, given that the idea of India is what it is, how do you make it real for the common man, for them to be coming together? And you can see around us, there are so many narratives that no one knows what the right one. So that was really the question.
Yes. So that I got it. See, every nation birth it today, because we are talking out again, say, because of this necessity, practical necessity. Otherwise, I would have used another vocabulary. So every nation, you look at the America, they have American exceptionalism, a grand narrative. Our narrative is the oldest and grandest in the world. You have look at Mahabharata, look at Ramayana. It is stated by Vedavyas ji, what is not here is nowhere. It is about Mahabharata. That means it is all inclusive. And I am on this role of this Niemann's Hospital as a guide and philosopher. So I keep interacting with so many psychiatrists. So they say, no, we read Mahabharata to understand psychology. I am telling, my version is different, but I am telling even how they are feeling about it. Every character in Mahabharata reflects a mindset. So, in that sense, our narrative are the greatest one. And where is the problem? See, when they were documented, when they came into the written form, because our is called Shruti Parampara, means which has been passed down through Sanatan Guru Parampara for such a long period of time that it has not been documented. We call it beyond time and space in that sense. That it is beyond our cognition since when it is coming. So their definition is given in those narratives itself. They say it is timeless, it is beyond time. So when this current technology came and we started documented it, even that is much older as compared to any other literature available in the world. But in my understanding and my vision, I know it very clearly. This is the history of human heart. It is not in that sense only material history. So this means one time happened, earlier it had happened, so it is a history of human heart. That is our grand narrative. So we should expose our children and first ourselves to our own grand narrative and know your own glory. That will decide your identity. That will make you your cultural identity, because identity, I see, is a very clever fish. Identification, once you do, you have to stick to it. So cultural identity is what you are talking about in this sense. Otherwise, spiritual identity, as I told, it begins minimum with your knowing that you are immortal, enlightened. Before that, none is qualified to identify as a spiritual person. They may be saying, but doesn't make any sense. So even your cultural identity is the longest in time. So you should be proud as a nation, because we are talking in current situation, that your identity is the most wider, most enriched one if you see yourself through your grand narratives. Then how vast literature is there. If you go to the Vedic period, Upanishadic period, then you come to the Darshanik period, philosophy and darshan are not same. Then you come down and you see this Puranic period. Then now currently also. So yours is the richest one. If you start looking at your own grand narrative the way it should be looked at, then there is an identity. Then you will find that India is the country where everybody is raring to find themselves. But we ourselves need to first know that as to be the truth. So this is how I see way forward, that first you know your roots, know your history through your eye, not through a Western eye. Because most of us, those who have been educated through English, unfortunately, this Occidental versus Oriental vision, sometimes it makes us blind. Sometimes it shakes our confidence because we say from which direction to see. And that makes all the difference, because seeing is creating. What you see, that you create on the higher planes. So we should be very careful, and we should see ourselves through the right lens, through the right mirror. Then that identity will be very transparent and clear, which everybody around the world can see. So you have nothing to hide. Rather, you have everything to expose to the world. Look, this is how we are. Look, this is how you people have come through this tradition only. But over the period of time, you have forgotten. Because as you say, you all see how this separation geographically happened. Till the Pangea period, how the world was there and how it became later on. So land masses have been moving from here to there. So that those all things, one has to read one's own things, then only they will understand, get exposed to it. Here in our traditions we say it all started at North Pole. But how many of us are exposed to that truth? We are groping here and there for whatever is available to us through recorded history. And that too, as I said, people tell some things, but what is behind that also need to be seen. One nation is telling history, one set of academia is telling history. How many are agreeing to that? How many disagreed hands were there? But ultimately, what came onto the syllabus? What is being taught? These are very deep questions, and these are real ones. What is happening? So all should know their own legacy well, so that they can come and discuss and tell, no, you should see this way. So more educated we are in our own roots, more clear our identity will be. And I am sure whole world will revere your identity, because it is whole world's identity that you represent. But you cannot impose that. Let them discover. But they will discover only when you have discovered. This I always try to maintain this. This message should not be lost onto us. We generally, what do we feel? For read 10 books, we start doling out, dishing out. Look, this is how we were so great. And when it comes to take a decision, please come with us. Do we have to take this initiative? Then they all sulk. So this sitting in boardroom and singing your glory to yourself doesn't go well. You have to make it real. If you are trusting something to be truth, come out in the open and say, this is how we are. So that identity only will last. That identity only will be real. And then you have world at your over, as we say.